Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports. No Kellen Moore. Yeah, it's real. It's growing. A lot of people thinking they waiting on it to trend. It's already trending. Y'all check this out. This was the very first thing that they talked about. I'm talking about within the first 3 minutes of Sean and RJ this morning.
Update. The Cowboys are scheduled to speak with Kellen Moore today.
Good. It's your next head coach right there. That's what's coming. Have you seen the growing push, the growing hashtag out there that's like no Kellen Moore? The Cowboys Twitter fan base is out there using hashtag no Kellen Moore or no to Kellen Moore or something like that. So this one would not go over creative. Well. This would it's not.
I would think they would use more is less,
something like that. But no, they're pushing back. I've not seen a whole bunch of positive reaction to the idea of what seems like the favorite right now, which is Kellen Moore getting this job.
So I thought our voice didn't matter. It does, because this whole campaign came from new media, and I would agree. The name is not creative, but it's direct. You know what it means as soon as you see it. No to Kellen Moore. Maybe we should have reversed it. Maybe it should have been no more Kellen. Maybe that would have been a little bit prettier. But hey, the movement has already started. This is the deal. I'm going to keep it all the way real, man. I'm recruiting right now. I'm looking for a few good men, a few good women. Everybody not made for this type of campaign. Everybody not made for this type of work. First of all, especially if you're content creator, you got to be very unselfish. It can't be about you. It can't be about who getting the credit for this. Because, you know, the Fire Jam Jerry campaign, it got hated on a little bit. People started kind of sneak dissing it, you know, calling it unorganized and all this kind of stuff. You know, well, you could have organized yourself. You could have organized. You could have did something yourself. You didn't have to sneak diss it. So that's going to happen. So this ain't for the selfish. This is for people who really want to win, who really don't want Kellen, right? Who really know ball enough to know that Kellen is not good to come back. Okay. So I'm going to tell you right now, when you do this and you join this campaign, I'm going to show y'all the details of this campaign. But it's a lot of people out there that's going to try to deter you. Because, see, what they imagine that we all in jail and that we locked up with Jerry and he got all these muscles and you just got to surrender to him. You just got to drop the soap and just accept it. He want it. He go screw you over. Just accept it. But that's actually not the case. I'm going to prove today that that's not the case. I'm going to prove that you matter. Then we go talk about how to use our voice. Because there's a lot of people out here that will troll us for trying. I don't want you to get deterred from that. I'm going to show you one right now. Like this guy right here. What did he say? Boss, you think content creators can influence the next hire? Yeah. Basically, you don't matter. It's a lot of people that take pride in dropping the soap. They gladly say, you know what? It's hopeless. And it's amazing. You drop the soap for Jerry and you just accept that you got to take it, but you try to check people who trying to push back. It's amazing. So y'all sit back. I got you. We go through this. This ain't going to even take me that long. I'm going to be right back. But I don't want y'all to forget. We got to stick together on this and we got to work smart. Okay? Because you can clearly see we starting to get through. All right?
Update. The Cowboys are scheduled to speak with Kellen Moore today.
Good. It's your next head coach right there. That's what's coming. Have you seen the growing push, the growing hashtag out there that's like no Kellen Moore? The Cowboys Twitter fan base is out there using hashtag no Kellen Moore or no to Kellen Moore or something like that. So this one would not go over
creative.
Well. This would it's not.
I would think they would use more is less,
something like that. But no, they're pushing back. I've not seen a whole bunch of positive reaction to the idea of what seems like the favorite right now, which is Kellen Moore getting this job.
Don't drop the soap. I'll be right back.
girls with their nails done now.
Yeah. Let's get it. 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 All right. Now, this is very important because, like I said, it's a people that take pride in really thinking we don't matter, or literally not doing enough. It's a whole lot of us could be doing more, but to be honest, we don't need a lot. We need a few. So I thought about it. I said, you're not really even showing people how to use their voice, boss. Like, and I'm gonna show you how to use your voice. First, I'm gonna show you that you matter. Okay, I'm gonna first show you that you matter. So one of the things that came out from Pick Six Sports a long time ago, and I picked it up, it came from John Machota. I want y'all to listen to this. Y'all listen to John Machota explain Jerry Jones, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, so y'all check this out, and in the end, I'm gonna show you how we can work together. So before I get into this, I'm gonna ask you a question that they asked on the Game of Thrones. They said, which one is greater, 1 or 5? I need y'all to answer. Which one is greater, 1 or 5? One of my favorite parts in Game of Thrones. Y'all answer for me. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. He said 5, 1. Ooh, 5, 1. Ooh, so you got to put that together. See, this 1 is all of us together. This 5 is us separate. Yeah. So I meant what I said. Yeah. That 1 is actually greater when it's together. So it was a whole lot of people had no idea that we registered. They just was hashtagging the movement that was started from new media. I know who started it. I'm not gonna say who started it, because then we start squabbling about who to give credit to. Don't worry about who the credit belongs to. Just worry about that it's working. So let me show you real quick why you matter. Let me go to this. This came from Pick Six Sports. Y'all listen.
Jones know how hated he is by the fan base right now?
You know, I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because, you know, he's just not a social media type person. You know, there's plenty of people in the organization that.
Hold on. I messed up. Hold on. Let me fix that. God dog it. Let me go back. All right, here we go.
Talk about how they're not on social media, but I'm like, yeah, I bet you at least check it and things like that. Now, I will say, so Jerry, Steven, and some other people in the front office, they do get a printout. I don't know if it's daily, but every couple days of, you know, Twitter things that, you know, are being written and people are saying, but I doubt.
Wait. If you're a billionaire, what would a billionaire focus on? What's one thing that a billionaire is definitely going to make sure he count? Yeah, that was Machota. He go count his money. So like Scrooge McDuck used to always count his money. Why would you get a report every day or every other day if it wasn't important? If you didn't matter, if your voice didn't matter, if your opinion didn't matter, why would they look at it every day or every couple of days?
Being written and people are saying, but I doubt that gets into the comments and stuff like that.
So they don't do the comments, but they looking at it. Look, listen.
And some other people in the front office, they do get a printout. I don't know if it's daily, but every couple days.
Every couple of days. So I said I'm recruiting y'all because it's a lot of people like this. That's why I said don't drop the soap. He said, my brother say, they don't listen to us, bruh. If they did, they would sign free agents. Year after year, we bitch for them to do something and they never. Right. So, is John lying? Is John lying? No. If they looking at it every day or every other day, yeah, they are listening. You say they don't listen. Why would you get a report of what's trending? Why would you get a report of what's trending? Because we matter. Let me show you exactly how much we matter. Do y'all remember the obviously the Jimmy Johnson and what happened with that? How messy that was? Do y'all remember that? Let's listen at Jerry talk about that. Cause sometimes it take time, but when we really bring our voices together and we really have some real good ideas, sometimes they get in the building. So let me tell y'all something. Let me show you first.
Now, I know that you know every time this subject comes up, it makes news, but yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, I've actually got a couple of coaches in addition to Jimmy that I would want to put in the Ring of Honor, and as you can probably guess, in the last 24 hours, that has gone everywhere. Do you get tired of talking about this subject? And if not, can we talk about it some more right now?
Now, this is going to be real deep. You got to tune in. Tune in. Jerry finna truly explain the truth.
Not at all. My experience has been, and I hope that our fans would understand.
I hope our fans would understand what I'm getting ready to say.
That I do know how to keep it stirred up. One of the.
So you basically using Jimmy Johnson just to stir up publicity?
Yeah.
I visited right before I bought the Cowboys with one of the great people in media, and his name was Dan Burke, and he was just bought.
Blame Dan Burke for what we going through right now, y'all. Y'all remember that name? Dan Burke is the reason why we are so popular.
ESPN, and he was chairman of ABC. And they said you got an hour with him. 12 hours later, we were still together. Nice. And he said, we got to have football and television, got to have it. One, it's at the perfect time of the year. It's when you culminate the sport, football, but it happens in the fourth quarter and a little in the first, and that's when you want the decision makers in front of the TV set. Secondly, it's got a lot of breaks, 30-second, natural, unintrusive breaks. We get to talk more about our people who support us, but throw all that away. The most important thing when we make a movie at ABC, we have to spend every bit as much promoting it as we do making it.
The promotion is just as important as making it. This is in relation to Jimmy Johnson, y'all. This was in relation to Jimmy Johnson. Listen.
Football's not like that. Football is a soap opera in between games, and in the season, out of the season, year-round, the NFL is. We can't do without it, and not only that, that extra soap opera needs to have a little bite to it. It doesn't need to be softballs. Now, you can go too far with a lot of the issues, but it's important to have that edge to it. I took a lesson right there, and think about it over the last several years. When it gets slow, I know how to stir it up a little bit.
When it gets slow, I know how to stir it up. Jimmy Johnson was when it was slow. Jimmy Johnson and not putting him in the Ring of Honor was, it's going to be dead around because it does slow down right before the season. But if you still want to stay in the headlines, the way to do that when it was slow was Jimmy Johnson. Wow. Yeah. It was all publicity, but let's keep going.
Have we waited long enough?
Having said that, my experience has been, whether it really be the Hall of Fame or certainly our Ring of Honor, that there's more talk before you go in and the debate of whether you should or not than there is after you get in.
Oh, hell no!
And so consequently, there is more talk, more interest in the people that have worked to build the franchise and be a part of its
It's more interest because I'm doing Jimmy like that. Boy, y'all better pay attention. Jimmy was one of them people that helped build a franchise, so if I put him in the ring, ain't nobody gonna be talking about him no more. So if I want to make some money, I need to just slow down and, stir it up every year. This is how I make my boop, 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 my ting. Yeah.
Once on the field, there's more interest before it happens than other. And Jimmy, in this particular case, has absolutely gotten more attention and gets more verbiage and more anything about it than any way he would have whether he's in or not. Listen, I'm going to, the way that we do the Ring of Honor is that I don't go around all year long sitting down calculating who ought to be in the Ring of Honor. That's not the way it works. I get tons of input from the people that are in it, from the people that played with them, players that played with them, coached them, or in that matter were people that work with them as coach. I get tons of input about that, but I really don't know what I'm going to do about the Ring of Honor until almost the week before we make the announcement. And so when I'm asked here at training camp what I'm going to do in the Ring of Honor, more often than not, I give the truth. I don't know, and I haven't thought about it.
It'll happen when the NFL and or the Cowboys need it the most, is the way I've always looked at it.
Well, I think that, again, I want to look at how the season's going. I want to look at how...
See, he telling you what makes him stir the pot. How the season is going, right? So think about it. When did he go in and kick over the table with Sean and RJ where he threatened to fire them? When did he do that, and why did he do that? See, now when you really listen to him, you start seeing, you start being able to say, all right, yeah, okay. So now you go in there and you threaten to fire these dudes. So people all of a sudden stop talking about how the season was going. He switched the narrative. Because remember, he started his context saying, I know how to stir the pot. I talked to an ESPN executive for 12 hours. To learn how to use the marketing manipulation. Mike McCarthy walks away. I talked to Dion the next day. But I'm going to show you how a voice matters.
How we're doing, just the circumstances that are involved there. Make no mistake about it, I'm keenly aware of everybody that should be thought of or mentioned, and certainly they have a lot of support among many constituencies. But the fact that we're sitting here and still talking about this particular issue, certainly after Jimmy